There we go. We're going to be taping this presentation, so don't worry about taking notes. Just engage and pay, comment where you see necessary. Um, we are going to go through a couple of things tonight. We're going to be talking about membership tips and tricks, New York State's PTA Facebook group, membership bundles, community and business membership, ideas to grow membership, website resources, awards, success stories, and a message from your region. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit though. Andrea, I'd love for you to introduce yourself and say hello.
Hello, I'm Andrea Giattini. I'm the Nassau Region Membership Chair, and this is my third year participating in Region and being Membership Chair.
You guys are all in good hands. Okay, so first we're going to go over some membership tips and tricks. If you wouldn't mind, in the chat, can you mention if any of you guys have had your back to school night, or if you just started, where you are in the beginning of the school year? Because I know some people have been in 2 weeks, some people started this Monday. You can place that in the chat as we're talking. So some of the membership tips and tricks we wanted to discuss with you is how to promote your first meeting. We have a habit of putting the emphasis on the first meeting. It's the most important thing. It is. But we'd like you to rephrase it a little bit. We're thinking that we'd like you to name it Bring a Friend Night. A lot of people think if they've never been to a meeting before, they're not sure if they fit in, if they should come. But if it's labeled Bring a Friend Night, the pressure's off. How many of you have a Facebook page? You can place that in the chat as well. If you don't already have one, I would suggest that you create one. This is going to be a big asset for you and your school because it's going to be a way for you to be able to communicate with the parents in your district. If you haven't already, now is a really good time to reach out to all your former members. Maybe they went on to middle school or high school, or maybe they already graduated out. But if you explain to them why you need them to support your school and what the PTA mission is, I'm sure they will become members again. But the first thing is to ask. You have to reach out to these members, these former members, I should say. You're going to want to try and create some online partnerships with maybe related organizations that you know of. Do you know of a store or a pizza parlor or something to that effect that always supports the school, always supports the kids? This might be a good way for you to kind of explain again our PTA mission and explain to them why you need their membership. So you're going to want to get out there and talk to any organizations you think that could help to bring in more members and to support our PTA cause. Do you guys have a newsletter? I'm not sure if you do, but if you don't, I encourage you to share it. And if you don't have a membership newsletter, not to worry. We have a wonderful membership newsletter, which I'll be showing you a little bit about later. In your chat boxes, please let me know. Have you seen our membership newsletter? No. Okay. I'm seeing Facebook pages, and some people have not seen the membership newsletter. Not to worry, we'll be sharing a link that will give you all of the archived newsletters that we've done so far. We've done about a full calendar year. And if your school does not have a newsletter, or, oh, someone says they love the memo, yay! If you do not have a newsletter for your district, your school, your council, if you have a council, you can use ours. And that can be a way for you to share with parents resources and information about our PTA. Optimize your email campaigns so non-members understand what you're talking about. When things are abbreviated or things are shortened, you may understand and a seasoned PTA person may understand, but the new person trying to figure out where they fit in will not get it. I know when I first heard RMC, It just reminded me of music. I didn't really understand what it meant, but an RMC is a regional membership chair. And that is not a title that I knew. And if you think that you might not know, for sure someone who's new to PTA won't know. So make sure that anything that you're sharing with your new potential members or members is something that anybody reading it could jump right in. So we're going to do some deep dives. The deep dives we're going to go into are going to be prioritizing our social media engagement, offering membership bundles, and giving your members the gift of PTA discount cards while growing business memberships. I can't think of anybody better to think about algorithms and talk about our social stuff than Miss Renee Daniels.
Hi, everybody. I'm Renee Daniels. I'm the Membership Engagement Specialist for New York State PTA. Okay, so I'm on for social media. First off, where can you find New York State PTA? Well, we have a page on Instagram and we have a page on Facebook. We also have a really great Facebook group just for leaders and chairs. It's called New York State PTA Leaders. I'll post the links in the chat in a few minutes for all three of these. Later on, please take some time to like and follow our pages, and please also request to join the leaders group too. We have about 790 members from across New York State, all engaging and helping each other. Post questions, ask for ideas, or if you see a post by somebody and you want to share what you know, please do. This is what the group is about. This is your group and it's your chance to help other PTAs be the best that they can be for children in their communities. Some things that you can expect to see from us on social media. Well, we try to share helpful articles on topics such as parenting, play, study, and everything in between. We share announcements about New York State PTA awards, scholarships, and programs. We have event announcements like our upcoming 125th New York State PTA convention. We have Talk to Us Tuesdays where we pose questions for you to answer or share your thoughts on. And on Saturdays, we post success stories from units across New York State. As Mary had mentioned, I do have some helpful tips for your units, your PTA Facebook pages to share as well. First off, algorithms. Do some research. Find out what it is about these things that drive us all nuts, what they mean to your page. Basically, it controls who gets to see your posts. Just because somebody likes and follows your page, it does not mean that it goes into their news feed. Some ways that you can help your page become more relevant and become more visible in news feeds is to share your content with your network personally. This will instantly amplify your reach. On your posts, when people comment, make sure you comment back. The more words, the better. And also comment as yourself personally, even though it feels a little weird and a little strange, kind of like talking to yourself, but we should be used to that, right? Because we're all moms. Make sure you comment and respond back to other people to help the conversations go back and forth. That'll definitely help, combat the algorithms. And that brings me to interacting with those who have commented. Make sure you're liking posts, not just liking posts, but you use the love, the care, the laugh. For some reason, they seem to carry more weight than likes alone. When you're doing Facebook posts, don't do text only posts. Try to have some kind of colorful graphic in your post as well to help it be more engaging. Timing is also important. Scheduling your posts to publish during prime times. You should be able to do that from publishing tools area. And when you share content from other pages, make sure you add your own text to your post. Don't just copy and paste the verbiage from the original post that you're sharing. The algorithms pick up on that. As far as membership goes, though, when people are liking your page or commenting on your posts, try to, jot down their names, and later on, see if you can find them on your member list. If they're not on your member list, try to contact them on Facebook and ask them to join. And if they are a member, thank them.
Absolutely, Renee. Thank you.
That was a lot of information.
We like those algorithms. As we always say, Facebook knows us better than we know ourselves. And the activity that you have on Facebook determines who you reach out to. And you could be potentially reaching out to 5 to 10 people every time you hit a like, every time you hit a love. Every time you post something, you are reaching out to people that you might not even realize, a friend of a friend. So your engagement is important, and we do appreciate it.
Mary, I'd also like to jump in and say that if you are posting, especially for us, from our perspective, great membership successes that are happening in your unit, or if you create a graphic about membership that you're specifically really proud of, please tag New York State PTA, because we really want to, and if anybody's on our New York State Facebook page, you'll see that we shared from one of the units a post that they had done. We just shared that yesterday. So please tag us so we can, also help spread the word. And as we know, we all get inspired by each other. So it's great to also share your ideas to help other people.
You're 100% right, Maddie. I mean, I've seen some things that some of the parents have created on Canva that are amazing. And Canva is one of those tools that's completely free, easy to work through, and easily shareable. So next up, we were going to talk about the most popular thing this year, right? Membership bundles. Patty, did you want to get into that with us?
Sure, I'm going to start, and hopefully, if you see Jen pop on, we'll get her to chat too. So membership bundles, what we're referring to here is the ability that you have on Member Hub, in your Member Hub store, to create a one-stop purchase rather than having a person have to come on as a parent and sign up as parent 1 and check that box, and then sign up again as parent 2, check that box, and then another box maybe for a student. We're recommending that maybe you try to combine some of these things together to make it a one-stop purchase. So you can either, again, combine several members into a single amount, or you can combine with other things. It was very popular last year. We had many units across the state that were bundling a membership with a free gift of a mask. Obviously, it was the hot item last year. Again, easily purchased together. And so we, recommend that, you think about doing these things. They're relatively easy to set up in Member Hub. We included a link on how to set up bundles in our last memo. And also our Dana Welch in our office, who put together that instructional video for everybody, is available to help if you're interested in setting up bundles. But things you can consider as a membership plus a donation amount. A membership plus a small free gift. I think we saw that somebody had created magnets, a magnet that they were giving out with membership. They did it through Vistaprint. Sorry to steal your thunder there, Renee, if you were going to cover that. But it, just had, important numbers to call at school. So it was a small gift that was free along with membership. So again, that's a way to, mention that on your Member Hub store. So that's what the bundling is about. The things that we will say is, the bundling you can't discount membership on the bundle. So again, if your membership is $8 for the first person in the family, and then $6 for the second, your bundle would still be $14, the 8 plus 6, but it's just a one-stop purchase. So that's the advantage of that. So again, please remember your membership amounts are set by your bylaws, and you should be following that. Also, don't ignore just having an individual sign up. So include that on your membership store page. And obviously there's plenty of room on that page to have all these different things. And then we've seen a lot of fun things for bundling of membership. Calling your bundle, not just, the family bundle or the free gift bundle, but give it a fun name like, if your school mascot is the Tiger Pride bundle, and then you get, again, the membership plus, the car magnet or whatever you want to do, or use your school colors also as a way to name your bundles.
Yeah, Patty, I think there was a really cool one that I know Dana had mentioned where there was like scoops of ice cream, right? It was 1 scoop, 2 scoops a Sunday, depending on how many people in the membership group, right?
Right, exactly. Yep. So the you can add those graphics there. You can create them in Canva if you want. You can just use them from, what you can find that's not copyrighted on the internet, and you can include that in your pictures or download some of the graphics that we have provided or National PTA has provided. So, you can really dress up your store a little just to have some fun with it. As you know, we have the landing page on the website at New York State PTA that lists all the units with their links. So anybody who's searching out the idea to become a member through New York State PTA can link there, and then they'll link to your store. And when they get to your store, we'd like to have them see that it seems like a fun group to join. I'm going to finish that. I know Jen's going to come back on in a little bit. We're going to have our marketing specialist who can also help you with the bundles. And she wanted to just relate her success with her bundles for her own unit. And we'll hopefully hear from her shortly.
Thank you, Patty. That was excellent on the bundles. We hope you guys get experimental and do some really cool stuff and tell us about it and let us know how they went. So one of the other things that we wanted to talk to you about is community business sponsor members. How many of you have actually done something like this? We are suggesting that, as we said earlier, that you reach out to your community members, stores, people in the neighborhood that you feel would want to support your PTA membership. What some PTAs have done is they've created a card or kind of like a keychain kind of thing, which would allow families to get discounts. So you're giving a value based on their membership. So once they become a member, not only do you have the store that's going to be a member and also sponsor, you have your new parent or supporter in the community get something for free from your school. Have any of you done anything like this? Have any of you tried anything like this? We would love to know. We also have below this link here, which enables you to click on it. It'll take you directly to one of our certificates that you can give a business that decides to support your PTA, and they can put that in the window. A lot of people want to shop and do business with businesses that support the community. And this is just another way to show that PTA is really trying to link up with people in the neighborhood. Again, this is really an easy way to do it. A lot of businesses want to get their names out there, and they're willing to do things like this. It could be something as simple as if you're a PTA member and you can show your card, one of these keychains or a card that you provide, you can get 10% off, or you can get $1 off or $2 off. Everybody wants a discount. So we encourage you to try this method. And if it's something that you're interested in and want more information on, we can definitely provide it. I know we've been going a little quickly through some of these items, and I just wanted to stop for a second and make sure, does anybody have any questions on anything that we've covered so far? If you do, please write it in the chat so we can stop and just focus in on any questions you might have. Okay, so next up, we're going to give you some tricks on growing your membership. So this year, we don't know if it's going to be something where we're allowed to go into the schools, if it's going to be a completely virtual environment. So we've put some tips here that could address both. So the first one we're going to be talking about is virtual engagement. With your virtual engagement, things that you could do is try to engage your members and potential members online, which is why we had begun our conversation with saying, if you don't have a Facebook page, you should really try and create one for your PTA unit. Some of the things that you can talk about when you're engaging with your potential members or members is maybe an Ask Me Anything session. That's something that would allow potential members or members to ask seasoned PTA or your PTA board questions about your PTA or things that are going on in your community. There's Tip Tuesdays. It doesn't necessarily need to be about PTA. Us as a PTA, we want to be of value to your community. Their membership gives them insight onto what's going on in the school with their children in and around the neighborhood. So maybe Tip Tuesdays are, you know, on Friday nights you get free ice cream at, Uncle Giuseppe's or whatever that special is that you want to share with the community. But the name of the game is engagement. You want to make sure that you're giving information that will allow people to want to keep coming back to hear what it is that you have to say. And one of the things that I'm very surprised that not all people do is a member spotlight. I don't know if you guys are currently doing this, but I certainly encourage it. Member spotlights is something where on Facebook or by email, depending on how you communicate with your parents and supporters, is to greet new members. It could be as simple as just getting a list of the new names that have joined your PTA and just spotlighting them on Facebook or by email and thanking them for becoming members. You can also create invite your friend to Facebook page day, just a day surrounded by joining your Facebook page. Because eventually, by seeing all the things that you're giving to their member or to your members on Facebook, giving in the sense of information and sharing knowledge and things of that, they might become a member right there and then. You're going to want to use our contest to help you promote our membership. We're going to be talking about all the contests that we have this year. We have a lot of new ones that are going to help you promote your membership. So you want to make sure that your school knows about it, you've created flyers, or at least shared some posts or shared our post if you don't want to create them, that talk about some of the contests that we have going on so that your members and potential members could help you to win these contests. You're going to want to try and include membership and joining capabilities inside any pamphlets that you're sending home. What does that mean? If you have a membership form, make sure that it goes home once in a while, not just once, but at least quarterly, if that makes sense. And in the beginning, don't take for granted that people know how to join. They normally do not. So we want to make it super, super simple. You want to send home information about membership not only once, but many times and possibly in different languages. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but New York State PTA can translate forms for you. We've tried to translate things into Spanish or other languages through Word. It doesn't come out so nicely. It's very choppy. It doesn't sound really like the dialect. In New York State PTA, they will do this for free. And, as long as you give them a little lead time, I'm told that it's pretty quick. They will do this for you. And we will include that link after our conversation is over because I don't have the link on me, but it's definitely available. Hi, Jen. How are you? We got Jen on.
Hi. Hi, sorry, I'm a little late.
That's okay. Jen is our marketing specialist, and I just wanted to make sure we gave her a little shout out.
Thank you.
So we have, and we talked about membership bundles, and you came on the perfect time because this is the bullet I'm on. If you wanted to share your story about membership bundles, now would be a really good time.
Oh, okay. So I'm the PTA president of my unit. And so this year, after being on the membership team and learning more about bundles, I decided to create one for my unit. And so my school's a STEM school. And so I came up with something called STEM Gems. And so there's different levels of membership. So you could be a sapphire level, a ruby level, or a diamond. And each one is a membership plus a donation to our unit. So I think I did it up to $40. And I just started doing this, last couple of weeks, and right now, half of our membership have elected to do a membership, like mostly diamond, which is great. So I was really happy, and everyone actually I had a president's meeting today, and everyone was like complimenting me on coming up with that, and they thought it was great. So I think if you could do that for your own units, it would be really well received.
So Jen, will you give us the full name of your school? Maybe put it in the chat box, because anybody who wants to then can go to the landing page at New York State PTA, search for this school, and then you'll see her Member Hub store and how cute it is with her diamonds and
Yes.
other jewels.
I also, I know we talked about, Patty talks about the thermometer. I started doing a membership goal to show our units. We need to have 100, our goal is 122. So I've been updating it with how many memberships we have on every couple days to remind people, because I know some people forget. I know we're all busy back to school, and I think it gives an incentive to reach that goal. And I noticed that on the junior high, they copied me. So that's not a bad thing. So
Best
I was
form of flattery.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, so far so good. And I said right now we need, I think we have 55 members and we only need 74 to get the early bird badge. So I mentioned that in my Facebook post and in my emails. So fingers crossed that we get that badge.
That's awesome, Jennifer. Thank you so much. And to those of you who posted in the chat that it's been completely virtual so far, not to worry. We have a completely virtual page on New York State PTA that can give you some additional ideas to what we're talking about tonight. Also, Renee, you had put a mini form at the bottom of notices that go home. That's awesome. I can tell you, does everybody see my menu that came up when I right-clicked on the screen? Do you see it? Okay. If you'd like to place a QR code at the bottom of any of the notices that you're sending at home, you can create one just by right-clicking on your page. And it'll create one for you right away and for free. So that's another option that you have. Oops.
Mary, if I could just jump in on something I saw with QR codes, which I thought was in a way kind of fun. We have a lot of schools up our way too that aren't able to get into the building. And we're also having another little problem here in our area. We don't have enough bus drivers. We're having some problems with transportation. So a lot more parents are driving their children to school because of the constraints. So we have units that have just made, a QR code for their membership, printed it, and they're handing it out to the drop-off line. So again, parents can get that, or who's ever, our guardians also who are doing the drop-off can have that, and later on they can scan it and take care of joining. And they're seeing some really good numbers come in that way as well. So just again, we know if we can't be in the building a little bit, we can try to be a little bit creative and try to work around some of these things. Also a great thing to give out for those of you that are high school or middle school at your sports events. Friday Night Lights.
That's what I call PTA flexible.
Can I just say too that I don't know about other units, but my school, the principal sends out a weekly email on Sunday night. And I asked her to include my membership flyer and info, because they have the most reach of anyone. So, I think that's another way if you do something like that, or ask them, maybe they'll start doing it, sending out a weekly email. I think it's a great thing for parents.
Principals can be your best resource, and they want your PTA to succeed. So if you include them in on the plan, they're going to want to help you. So that was awesome, Jennifer. And thanks so much, Patty. I like that at the bus stop. I have a new goal now. I'm going to make some posters so people can scan them for membership. That's awesome. We're going to go through this very quickly. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to hold some events in person, but it doesn't hurt to try. So do you have a hospitality committee? The first Friday in our school, a lot of the moms met up after drop off. We didn't have a a formal event, but we were all together and we were able to talk about the PTA and some of the things that we've done. So if you have a hospitality committee, normally they have all of the information, all of the posters or albums or pictures or just all of the things that your PTA has done and can share with other people. So if you can't have a formal event in the school, maybe you take it to a diner or you take it to another place and, you can commiserate about, leaving your kids at school. And you can also talk about supporting your school with people that are of the same like and mind as you are. We normally do a Boohoo Yahoo breakfast. Has anybody heard of those? Those are amazing resources. I've placed a Pinterest link here that will show you what a Boohoo Yahoo breakfast is. Basically, Boohoo, we're sending our kids back, or Yahoo, we're sending our kids back. And at this event, you would ask your hospitality chair, if you have one, to be the welcoming face that your new parents would see, that they can talk to and can see what you've done in your PTA so far. As we've said all along, we want to make sure that our PTAs are a resource for our parents and families so that they know what's going on, what they can expect as much as possible, always, and with coordination with the school. So keep that in mind when you're planning your events for this fall, if you're allowed to. And last but not least, you want to make sure that your membership offers value, right? So if you are able to offer an in-person event, think about offering a discounted event ticket. So if you are a PTA member, you only pay $2 to get into an event. If you are not a PTA member, you pay $10. If your membership is $8, you can tell them for $8, a discount of $2, you can come in and be a member of our PTA. That's just something that you can think about if we're able to hold an in-person event this fall. Before we continue, does anybody have any additional questions or anything they wanted to comment or share? Okay, great. Yes, I love the homecoming idea too. All right, so we have some resources that we wanted to share with you. The first one is our membership toolkit. In our membership toolkit, you will find flyers, you will find all kinds of resources that will help you on your membership journey. We also have a how-to virtual PTA, which we talked about a little earlier. This is the link. We also have a page dedicated to your PTA stories, specifically your successes. We're going to go into that a little bit later, but the link that you would need to access that page is right here. And finally, our PTA memo, our membership newsletter, our monthly newsletter. Our wonderful marketing person came up with the memo idea, which is awesome. We've heard people love the memo, which is great. This is the link that I know Renee, thank you so much, shared in our chat, which is going to give you access to all of the other newsletters that we've given so far. This newsletter was created with the person that is going to be helping you achieve all of your membership goals in mind. It gives you all of the contests, all of the things that you should be focused on, tips and tricks, and this is monthly in your email box. We try to give you as many resources as possible, and it's definitely something that you can share. So we do encourage you to share this with your membership. Now for the goodies, our awards. All right. All of these are going to be shared with you. This also exists on our site, so I will go through them quickly. And all this information is there as well, and you will have this. This is one of our newer awards. We had this last year. It's called our Savvy Membership Award. We wanted to make sure to recognize people in real time for the things that they're doing in their units. So with this particular award, about 60 units won this award last year. 3 random winners will be selected each month from September to January. And all the achievers have the chance to receive a $100 cash prize. All of the criteria for you to qualify for this award is here and exists on our site as well. We have our Early Bird Award, which we've had for quite a while. We love our Early Bird Award. Those of you who reach 60% of your membership goal to earn the early, will be able to qualify for the Early Bird Digital Award badge. About 120 units won this award last year. We are asking that you pay all of your state and national dues. For all members that have joined by September 30th in order for you to qualify for this award. And 12 random winners, one from each region, will receive a $50 PTA store gift certificate, which is awesome. Next up, we have a new award that we already have some people that have won, right, Patty? We have our On Target Award.
Yes.
Quite a few people have won this already. If you reach the minimum of 25 members, you get to earn the On Target Award. What are 25 members? 25 members is your board, your teachers and staff. You're at 25. You want to make sure that you have all of this in by October 31st. And 125 random winners will receive a membership logo car magnet commemorating our 125th year. Next up, we have our Trailblazer Award. So we know you guys are going to blow past the 25 members. We are certain of it. So what we did was we created another award that would celebrate those of you who were able to reach 75% of your membership goal. And you would earn a Trailblazer Digital Award badge. With this particular award, 12 random winners, one from each region, will receive a $50 PTA store gift certificate for you to choose anything from the store within $50. And it's a brand new award, so we hope lots of you get this. Okay. And we have our Student Rocks Award. I hope all of you know that not only PTSAs, but PTAs can have student members, excuse me. Our students this is why we do what we do, and they know what they like. If they're old enough to sign their name, they are old enough to be a member. And if you have 30% of your total membership as students, you get to earn the Student Rock Award badge. All you need to do is enter a student as the member type in order for you to make sure that you're writing in that this particular member is a student in order for you to qualify for this particular award. And it needs to be that all your student members who have joined by the date of November 30th for you to qualify for this particular award. And 4 random winners will be selected from our achievers to receive $25 from the PTA PTA gift certificate, for the PTA store. About 73 units won this award last year, and we hope this year we double those numbers. Hey, Patty, why don't you tell us about the Great PTA Sign-Up Day?
Happy to. So we started the Great PTA Sign-Up Day this past February just as a way to recognize Founders Day and to really just kind of, bring awareness to the fact that we are continuing to accept members and look for members and really wanted to add to our voice as we move into our advocacy season where we would be meeting with our legislators. It was a wonderful day. We all had a lot of fun. It was a little bit of friendly competition going on. It was a very organic day. So we started out, really just trying to encourage everybody to, reach out for members, but it really turned into a lot more and we had a lot of fun with it. So We're going to start our first PTA. We're going to have 2 this year, and they're going to be bookends. So our first one is going to be in November when New York State PTA celebrates their 125th annual meeting, our convention. And then it's going to be ended. The second one will be when we celebrate Founders Day for the 125th time. So again, both of them are 125 themed events. And so both of them will run similar. We're just going to be, using Facebook Live with posts throughout the day, updating everybody on our progress. We'll have reports from our president, Dana, from executive director, Kyle, various region directors, other members of the governance team will all be on kind of, cheering everybody on throughout the day. So we will be sending out information 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week prior, just to keep everybody up to date and enthused for what we're doing. But we hope you all consider participating, creating your own goals for the day. As a state, we're hoping to reach a goal of 5,125 members that day. There'll be prizes and surprises. It should be fun.
It was a lot of fun last year, and I hope we have just as much fun this year. Okay, so the next award we have is our Super Teacher and Staff Award. Achieve more than 75% of your school employees or as teachers or staff to earn the Super Teacher Staff Digital Award Badge. I'm going to try to say that twice without getting tongue-tied. In order for you to qualify for this particular award, you need to have submitted all of your payment by January 31st, and 4 random winners will be selected from all of our achievers to receive a $25 gift certificate to the PTA store. About 21 units won this last year, so you can definitely get this particular award.
Marianne, just as a reminder for that award, we need your help to be able to offer that award to you. And that is by filling in on your Member Hub page your staff number in your building. And just to clarify, what we're looking for is we're looking for the number of staff members who receive their paycheck at your building. So you can ask your principal or your administrator for that number, and then just, if you could just plug that in for us, it will help us calculate. If you are a SEPTA or SEPSA unit, please use your judgment about of what you think your staff is, and just plug that number in. We are not verifying this number. We're just using the numbers that you are providing us in order to recognize our units for doing such a great effort with our teachers and staff.
So we have a question here, and the question is, any ideas on how to encourage staff, teachers to join the PTSA? I will tell you, teachers want to support their kids. And by their kids, I mean their students. If you are clear with your message, the things that you are looking to accomplish with the funding that you are bringing in through your membership dues, they will want to join. I would also make sure to get your principal on board with marketing the efforts that you guys have done in the past and what you plan to do in the future. What do you guys think, Patty? What is your biggest tip for getting teachers to join?
My biggest tip is a handwritten note. And I know that is maybe a little bit more difficult during COVID times, but if there's a way that you could arrange to put that in the staff mailboxes, again, it doesn't all have to be written by one person. It could be, again, if you have students as members, it would be great if the students could write a note about, how great, the PTA is in supporting the school. And we would certainly want the teachers on board to, strengthen that support. So whatever your little note could be with that in the box, and of course the QR code or a simple form for them to fill out has been something that we have seen some success with.
Also, teachers love competition too. If you have a raffle basket or something that you can give and say, hey, the first 50 to join can be entered into this raffle, you'll have more people that are participating early on and frequently. What do you think, Renee? Do you have any tips and tricks for us?
Oh, I was just starting to type it in. Okay, yeah. So there's 2 things that I know that teachers love. One being chocolate, and the other one being coffee. So something super simple and inexpensive, a little K-cup with maybe a small little handful of Hershey Kisses, to try to sweeten the deal. help put in a little perk, get it? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, into their mailboxes with the membership form.
That's an awesome tip. How about you, Jen? What did you
Oh yeah,
think?
I was just looking at something today, actually. I'm sure you're familiar with Teachers Pay Teachers. They have a lot of different things you can download. And I downloaded this thing for teacher morale, and one of them, so each month it's something different. So it's like you've been snowballed, you've been mugged like a mug to drink out of. You've been tweeted. So it's like you would give that to like a special teacher or multiple teachers. But you could use it, I think, with membership, like maybe by the grade. If like all the 4th grade teachers became members, like have them, you've been snowballed, you know, and you get a little something. So then that might create that competition that, you know, you're looking for with the teachers. And also, I think they appreciate it too. I mean, they feel like when I did the staff appreciation week, and like I got so many thank yous. So I feel like if they feel like the PTA is really supporting them and like cares, that they'll want to join.
I agree with you, Jen. Showing the teachers they're appreciated really goes a long way, and not just because we want something from them, but because they're teaching our little ones, right? Andrea, are you holding your hand up?
Yes, I was. I wanted to share something that our high school had done prior to COVID. At the beginning of the school year, on the day of the pep rally, they hosted a breakfast for the teachers. And the school, because it was pep rally day, everybody's in blue and white. So they had a blue and white breakfast. And the theme of all the foods were blue and white. So blueberry muffins, blueberries, white yogurt, etc. And as they came in, they were handed the membership form as well. But we had all the officers there and some of the members just to discuss what we're doing for the school. And we ended up getting a lot of teachers signed up that day, right in the beginning of the school year.
Oh, that's an awesome tip, Andrea. Thank you. I hope that answered your question. If you are looking for more ideas, just put a shout out in the chat and we will answer them as they go. And again, we have a great virtual page that will give you some virtual ideas on what you can do. If you're not able to get into the school and do teachers appreciation, there might be something online you can do. So this was the bookend that Patty was talking about, our Founders Day. We are looking in February. Actually, that was premature. This is the Founders Day Award. We're looking for you to enter at least 10 new members on this particular award. It's in February. We'd like you to promote it on social and get engagement on Facebook. If you have a Facebook page, you want to ask your current members to add their +1 this month. And if you've joined by the date of February 28th, 2 random winners will be selected from all the achievers to receive a $25 PTA store gift certificate. And all of the achievers will receive a digital award badge for you to share online with us, and also for you to share online with your community. We have about 100 units who won this particular award last year. Now I've arrived at the bookend.
Thanks, Farrah. So this will be our second sign-up day, and again, we're not looking as large a goal, but for this day, we're really looking at ways for you and your current members to reach out to the person that may not have joined yet. So bring on a friend. We also will be, in response to last year, we had a lot of people that were interested that already were members, but wanted to support and help somebody else become a member. So we will be kind of working on a format of a way for people to donate a membership to somebody who may, for whatever reason, not be able to submit dues for PTA, but still wanted to be a member. So we have some good things happening there. And I just want to jump back a little bit about the badges and like the Founders Day badge. We're all about giving out those badges. So those of you that might be in a scouting family know sometimes there's a lot of hoops and a lot of hurdles you have to go over to earn a badge. We're not like that. We want you to have as many badges. We want everybody to earn all of the badges. So what's great about the PTA sign-up day is if you get 10 members that day, you qualify for things during the day, again, prizes and surprises, but you will also in one day earn the Founders Day Badge Award. So there is no, nothing against double dipping here. The same with the earlier badges we talked about. By being in good standing to get the On Target and the Trailblazer is 75%. And when Mary talks about some of our other incentive that we're having, our other contests, they count for both. So, let's all celebrate and get, a big thing to display our badges on, virtually or at school.
Absolutely. And someone asked, is there a place where we can see the earned digital badges? Anytime we are giving out the awards for these particular badges, we put them up on social, and we also are going to be mentioning them in our newsletter. And of course, the winners will get a specific email that tells them that they have achieved this particular award. I hope that answered your question. All right, so we have our Male Engagement Award. Any of you who are able to achieve more than 20% of male membership will earn the Male Engagement Digital Award Badge. What's a little different about this particular award is that it's a self-nominated award, which means we have an online award application. It's about 5 or 6 questions long, school name, percentage, things of that nature, and you qualify. We're not the KGB. we go on the honor system. So as long as you feel you've reached 20% male membership, you're in. Last year we had about 44 units who won this particular award. And last but not least, we have our Good Apple Growth Awards. This is a culmination of everything you've done. The challenge is your PTA to exceed the membership total from last year. And all of these national dues need to be in by May 31st. We have our bronze level, which is achieving more than 25% growth from last year. We have our silver level, which is achieving more than 50% growth to earn silver. And then we have our gold level, which are achievers who have achieved 100% more than what they did last year. Again, we envision everybody at least becoming a bronze member, right? So the highest achieving growth statewide will receive a $300 cash prize. We hope all of you qualify for at least one of these. And this is the end of our awards portion. So earlier, we were talking about success stories very shortly. Our success stories are a delight for all of us to read, I can tell you. We want to make sure that if you're doing something awesome in your unit, that we can shout you out and celebrate with you. This link that we have here sends you directly to our page where you have some success stories from other units that have been doing some amazing things. But we also have a way for you to submit the things that your unit is doing that you're proud of so we can show it on our page. We can make sure that other units see what you've been doing. And if it's a big success story, Renee will be putting it up on our social, right, Renee? And we also have our membership newsletter that we'll be putting it up on. So make sure to click on this to look and see what other people have been doing in their units to be successful. And if you have a success story that you would like to share with us, please do. So on behalf of our membership team, I wanted to say a big thank you for coming on tonight. We appreciate you spending some time with us. I know we got a little late start, but nonetheless, I think we were able to get some good stuff going. If you have any questions or comments, we'd like to open up the floor for discussion. And also, I have my email here. So if there's any questions that you have at all that you didn't want to ask maybe now, but perhaps later, please feel free to do so. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Patty.
So Mary, you can probably guess that I like jumped into screen share while we're, waiting for questions to come in. One of the things we like to do when we're on these calls is to kind of celebrate and update you all on membership. So as of just 4 o'clock this afternoon, we have passed 62,000 registered members for New York State PTA. We're very much on track for our goal, and if we were to compare our numbers to last year's COVID numbers, we are well ahead of last year. We have our Savvy Award for 100% registered members. And so we just wanted to shout out to some of the units here in Nassau. We already have 3 that have registered members to achieve this goal. And once they receive we receive the payment at the state and they're in good standing, they'll be receiving their badge. So again, if any of these units are on the call, Bowling Green Elementary School PTA, and they all know I have a special connection to their school. So I'm thrilled that they're on top of the list here with Dutch Lane PTA and Elmont Memorial High School PTSA. So great job. You're already there. This badge is yours as soon as we receive the payment. And then we have a few other units that are just right behind and ready to go. So congratulations to all of these units. This has been really a spectacular year for membership as far as our early numbers. So we want to just keep everything going. So thank you all for, again, your efforts. And again, ask us questions now, but we look forward to seeing all of your units reaching these great numbers.
Those are some incredible numbers, Patty. All right, guys, we'll keep it open for a couple of minutes. If anybody has any questions, please put it in the chat or feel free to unmute yourself and you can go ahead and ask your question.
I don't have a question, but I did notice, so when we were going, I want to go back to the teachers, engaging them and getting them to join, because, we did touch on that a little bit. And then afterwards, a few were saying that, they're still not allowed in the school. And, so, I mean, obviously we can't go in, we can't do our teacher membership drives the way we want to do. But I was sitting here thinking, does everybody remember when the teachers went and they made the videos when COVID first shut the schools down? The teachers and the school administrators went on, they made those videos with the little signs. They had all of us parents bawling and crying because we missed our kids in the schools just as much as they missed our kids in the schools. Well, why can't we do that back at them? The weather is still really, really nice right now. Maybe have your students put out to your members and parents, maybe do like a little sidewalk chalk activity to send messages to their teachers and have parents take pictures, send them to you, make a video, send that off to the teachers and say, look, we miss you last year. We miss you this year. And but we still need your membership, please join type deal message.
They're RT, so we need them.
Yeah. But that would be a really neat virtual way, contactless way of engaging them.
I was crying like a baby, Renee. I watched those videos.
Oh yeah.
I miss them so much. I think that I like the chalk walk idea. That's pretty cool. Andrea, I see that you asked about receiving graphics. Yes, they will. Once they're completely, paid up, I believe, and everything is squared away, they will receive their badges.
Andrea, do you want to talk a little bit about the region contest, or I can do it as well? The region to region contest.
Why don't you go ahead? I don't
Sure,
have
no problem.
anything prepared.
It's relatively new, so we're just, again, so years ago, we used to do a competition, one region versus another region to see who could have the most membership growth. And we always had a lot of fun with that. It was really just a friendly competition, and there was a little payoff from one region director to the other. But we wanted to really expand that. So last year we started, and actually I think we started it 2 years ago. So we're making it more, we're publicizing it more. So this year for October, November, and December, those 3 months, the region that has the highest percentage of units that have reached 75% or more of their goal and have paid their dues for that, so again, staying in good standing, will be our winning region. So what we're really looking for in October, November, and December, there are really 3 separate contests, but each month the winning region will receive a special prize and obviously bragging rights to say you're the top region that month. So again, that 75% that we talked about, that's going to help you get the Trailblazer Gold badge, will also contribute to your region's success as well in October.
Absolutely. I like the bragging rights. Who doesn't? All right, guys, we're coming up against that time. So if there aren't any additional comments or questions, we're going to call it a night. All right, guys, thank you again for joining us tonight. We hope you all have a successful membership year. And again, if you need any of our helps, if you need any elaboration on anything we talked about tonight, please feel free to send us an email. And as soon as we can, we will send over this recording and you will get your own copy of the membership playbook.
Thank you for your time tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We're looking forward to a great membership year. We're going to break a few thermometers.